Counting on alum Jana Duggar shocked the world with her stunning wedding dress. It even raised questions about whether Jim Bob was in the same boat with it or not. The oldest Duggar daughter wore a V-neck ivory satin dress for her big day. However, some Reddit users reacted to the time Jana put on what may be the most revealing wedding dress in the family. Keep reading to see the photos. Counting on Jana Duggar's wedding dress with Stephen Wisman. Jana continues to receive praise regarding her wedding dress. Last month, the Counting On alum shared a closer look at her dress during her wedding ceremony. According to some, Jana may have worn the best Duggar wedding dress ever. Others also pointed out how beautiful the bridesmaids were, adding that it could be the best wedding in the family as well. Jana has yet to release clips from the ceremony, raising suspicions that they may get released by TLC instead. Jana's biggest what-if wedding dress. Some Reddit users reacted to Jana's latest vlog in which she shops for her wedding dress. She put on one that was way more revealing than what she wore on her big day. According to the poster, they couldn't imagine Jim Bob and Michelle's faces when they saw their daughter wearing such a dress. It's a sleeveless dress with her front showing off more cleavage. Some Counting On fans even said that things would blow up much more if Jana Duggar selected the dress. Counting On, how's Jana Duggar today? Jana has yet to share new updates since marrying Stephen Wisman. However, the Counting On alum recently shared vlogs featuring the things she's been up to before her wedding. One of them was the renovation of her fixer-upper with Stephen in Nebraska. Jim Bob and some of his daughters even came over to help with the renovations. It's unclear if Jana Duggar is already living in Nebraska with her husband, but she recently shared IG stories clips of him performing with his family, implying that she's been living with him. Jana Duggar, the eldest daughter of the Duggar family, has been the subject of fan curiosity and speculation for years, particularly when it comes to her love life. Growing up on TLC's hit shows * 19 Kids and Counting * and * Counting On *, Jana's story stands out as one of quiet grace, independence, and mystery. Unlike many of her younger siblings, Jana has remained single well into her 30s, sparking questions and what-if scenarios among fans. One of the most intriguing of these involves Jana's hypothetical wedding, and perhaps more specifically, the dress she might have worn on that special day. While Jana has never walked down the aisle, fans have long speculated about what her wedding might look like, especially what kind of dress she would choose. Given her refined taste, modest upbringing, and elegant style, the possibilities are endless. But what if Jana had chosen to get married? What would her wedding dress look like, and how would it reflect her unique personality and life experience? Let's delve into Jana's personality, her journey, and the ultimate what-if surrounding her dream wedding dress. Jana Duggar, a portrait of grace and strength. Before imagining what her wedding dress might have been, it's essential to understand who Jana Duggar is. Unlike many of her siblings who have followed the well-worn path of early marriage, Jana has chosen a different route. Often labeled the Cinderella of the Duggar family because of her devotion to home and family, Jana's identity is closely tied to her role as the caretaker of the family. From gardening to home projects, Jana has become known for her creativity and hardworking nature. These qualities suggest that her wedding dress, if she were to marry, would be more than just an item of clothing. It would be a reflection of her inner strength and artistic sensibility. It would need to capture the quiet elegance that defines her, while also paying homage to her faith and values. Modesty meets elegance, the Duggar dress code. It's impossible to talk about a Duggar wedding dress without considering the family's famous modesty guidelines. The Duggars' belief in dressing modestly stems from their conservative Christian values, and Jana has always adhered to this principle. In Duggar weddings, brides are often seen in gowns with high necklines, long sleeves, and full skirts, a style that's both demure and classically beautiful. Jana, being deeply rooted in her faith, would likely opt for a dress that follows these modesty guidelines. However, that doesn't mean her dress would be devoid of flair or personal touches. In fact, Jana's personality suggests that she would bring a level of creativity and individualism to her choice. Her style has always been more understated and graceful, which could translate into a gown that is both timeless and uniquely her own. The traditional silhouette. Given Jana's traditional values and love for classic beauty, it's easy to imagine her in a timeless silhouette. A ball gown or A-line style, with a fitted bodice and flowing skirt, would be a perfect fit for someone with her grace and poise. These styles offer the kind of regal elegance that would suit Jana's reserved but confident demeanor. Perhaps her gown would feature intricate lace detailing, adding a layer of femininity and texture. Lace has long been a popular choice for Duggar brides, but in Jana's case, it might take on a slightly more delicate and refined form. Soft lace sleeves, a modest V neckline, and a full skirt that glides effortlessly across the floor would give the gown a romantic, ethereal quality, a perfect match for Jana's serene presence. Personal touches, the Jana twist. While Jana might stick to a traditional silhouette, there's no doubt that she would add her own unique touches to the design. Over the years, Jana has demonstrated an affinity for craftsmanship and DIY projects. She's constantly working on home improvement tasks, gardening, and even woodworking. It's easy to imagine that she might bring this creative spirit to her wedding dress. Perhaps Jana would choose to add some handcrafted details to her gown, delicate embroidery, subtle beading, or even a vintage-inspired sash. These elements would set her dress apart from those worn by her sisters and reflect her individuality. Given her love for nature, she might also incorporate floral motifs or other natural elements into the design, adding a touch of whimsy to an otherwise traditional gown. A nod to the past, incorporating family tradition. For a Duggar wedding, family tradition is key. The Duggars are known for their tight-knit relationships and strong family values, and Jana, as the eldest daughter, has played a significant role in maintaining these bonds. It wouldn't be surprising if Jana chose to honor her family in her wedding dress. One possibility is that Jana could incorporate elements from her mother Michelle Duggar's wedding gown into her own design. Whether it's repurposing lace from her mother's dress or incorporating a vintage-inspired design, Jana might choose to reflect her family heritage in this subtle but meaningful way. Additionally, she could wear something borrowed from her sisters, such as a veil or a piece of jewelry, further linking her wedding day to the Duggar family's legacy. A dream wedding that remains a mystery. At the end of the day, the question of Jana Duggar's wedding dress remains a mystery. Fans continue to wonder if and when Jana will find her match, and what kind of wedding she would have. While many of her siblings have married and started families, Jana has remained focused on her own path, embracing her role as an independent woman with a heart for serving others. Her hypothetical wedding, and the dress she might wear, will likely continue to fuel speculation for years to come. But one thing is certain. When and if that day comes, Jana Duggar's wedding dress will be a reflection of her character, a combination of modesty, elegance, and personal creativity. It will embody the strength, grace, and quiet beauty that have made Jana a fan favorite for so long. The what if that keeps fans guessing. Jana Duggar's life has been filled with what if moments. As fans continue to root for her to find happiness on her own terms, the fantasy of her dream wedding and the dress she would wear lingers in the air. While we may never know exactly what Jana's wedding gown would look like, imagining the possibilities allows us to celebrate her individuality and the unique path she has chosen. Jana's wedding dress is more than just fabric and lace. It's a symbol of her journey, her values, and the woman she has become. And for fans, it's a beautiful what if that keeps them hoping for her happily ever after.